Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I'm doing another scrapbook layout for you. And I wanted to use the stamp set Baby Bear. I love to take my stamp sets and incorporate them on my scrapbook layouts, and this bear is so cute. And this works great with the Stamparatus, so I thought I would show you guys that as well. But I'm doing a layout. I had a few pictures and a couple cards. This is actually the invitation. This was the baby shower for my nephew Alex. I actually did a layout of him the other day, but this was his baby shower. That's my sister-in-law Julie, his mom, and he was already born. In fact, there's a picture of me holding him, and so I thought it'd be fun to use that bear since I have the thank you card with the cute little bear on it. And so I'll show you what I designed. So I wanted to use the Twinkle Twinkle designer series paper. Again, that's sort of the baby designer series suite that we have right now in the annual catalog. And I grabbed this paper right here that has the dots in the different colors. There's Pool Party and Soft Sea Foam, the Gray Granite, there's Petal Pink in there. The other side is the constellations. This is what I decided to do, and I just cut this in half, so it's cut at 6 by 12. And I'm starting here with a piece of Soft Sea Foam 12 by 12 cardstock. So you get this in the Subtles collection. That's where you get our 12 by 12 paper by color family. And so this is Soft Sea Foam. And then I have, again, this is 6 by 12. And I'm going to stick this on. And then for the rest of the layout, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of matting and use the photos and the other things I had there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this on here, just like so. All right, and I'm going to, let's see, I have, like I said, some of these photos. So what I'm going to do is I grabbed some Pool Party cardstock to just mount them. So if you follow me regularly, you know I just go ahead and crop my pictures. I don't care what size they are or anything. I just crop them down to what I think looks good. And then if I'm going to mat them, I just do a 1/4 inch bigger. So the sizes of my pictures don't totally matter, but I know I always have those of you who are like, what is that? So this picture here measured 3 by 4. So the mat is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm just going to stick these on while I'm talking about it. So I've got this one here. It's gonna go up there. Then I have the little thank you card, and it's so cute. A lot of times with the thank you cards, I'll either tuck them behind my layout, like in my books, or I'll make a little pocket page that they can slide into. And if I can, I get them right on the layout. So this one's actually gonna go right here on this layout right here. Then this was the invitation to the party. So that is gonna go right in the center. But before I stick them down, I just wanna make sure I get it just so I want it. Again, here's that picture of me with baby Alex. And this one I had cut down to 2 and 3, is that right? 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So my matting here is 3 by 4. And again, all of my matting is in Pool Party, which you can just use an 8 1/2 by 11 piece there. So this is gonna go right here. I actually have another piece here. My Pool Party piece is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. That's gonna go right up here because that's where I'm gonna stamp my bear. So this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of Whisper White, and I'll talk about that again in a second. It's gonna go right there. And finally, I have a picture of the cake because, you know, it's cute. I always love taking pictures of the cake. And this one measures 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. So this is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Do you guys do that? At every like birthday party, whatever, if there's a cake, I always take a picture of it. I don't know why. I think every wedding I go to, I take a picture of the cake. I don't know, I love the cake, I guess. And this is gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna stamp a couple sentiments from the stamp set, and they're gonna go right here. And let me just give you the dimensions of this. So this Whisper White piece is 3 1/4 by 1/2. So this piece here is 3 1/2 by 3/4. And this little tiny guy measures 2 3/4 by 1/2. So this is 3 by 3/4, but I'm gonna stamp onto these. Okay, so they're gonna go like that. All right, so you kind of see how my layout is coming together. And I think I'm just gonna stick down these ones that are already ready to go so that I don't mess that up later. So this is going to go right here. My cute invitation is going to go right here. And this one, this is back when my hair was really short. This was July 22nd, 2006, a long time ago. I had just had a baby myself. All right, my baby at this time would have been just under 4 months old, so I still had a little one. It's gonna go there, and this one is going to go right here. Okay, so for the rest of this, I'm gonna use my Stamparatus. So I'm actually going to, I think I'm gonna stick these pieces down just so they're ready. So that's gonna go there. And this guy up here. And this guy is gonna go right here. All right, so I'm gonna grab out my Stamparatus. Now, if you don't have a Stamparatus, you can still obviously stamp all of these, but I'm gonna show you how easy the Stamparatus makes it. Oh, this is crooked. You guys yelling at me? It's crooked. It's kind of hard to see sometimes from the sitting position. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside. So the Stamparatus just makes it a lot easier, but if you don't have one, you can just stamp them. So I'm gonna be stamping the bear, which is a 3-step stamp, and I'm going to stamp, let's see, I'm gonna stamp the Welcome to the World, and I'm gonna stamp the Love You Very Much, just to bring in the whole bear theme. All right, so this is what the Stamparatus looks like. It's pretty small. Just this, it has a foam mat. So if you're stamping with a clear mount stamp, which that's the red rubber, if you were stamping with something like this, you don't need to use the mat. But this stamp set, the bear, is a photopolymer, so it's the clear stamp. So you do want to use a mat. So I'm going to put that in there. And then it has the 2 plates. So one just goes in like this, and then you can stick the second one in. Now, if you, for storage, you don't ever want to store it with them already in here. For storage, go ahead and pop these out and just lay it in there. All right, so I'm going to be stamping the bear, and like I said, it's 3-step stamp, and I'm just going to stick it up in this corner since I'm only stamping it just this one time. Now, if you were going to stamp a whole bunch, you may want to put the piece of grid paper on top so that you have the lines to follow. That's the nice thing about this down here. So you make sure you're stamping in the same place each time. All right, and again, I'm going to do the bear. So with the bear, I'm not sure what the right way is to do it. I like to start with the image with the least amount of detail first, the stamp, then the second least amount, and then do the one with the most detail last. Okay, so I'll be going in this order. And I need to figure out exactly where I want my stamp. So what you do is you lay it on there, and I want it right in the center here, like so. And then I'm just gonna push this down and pick up the stamp. And now I can ink it up. So how do I want to do my bear? So I'm going to stamp my bear since it's 3 steps and 3 colors. So I have the gray granite, just to pull in from one of the colors that was in the designer series paper. So I have the gray granite. I'm going to do crumb cake, which kind of brings in a little bit of the brown tones. And I'm going to do early espresso, and I'm going to show you why I grabbed a Stampin' Spot. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the gray granite. Actually, let's start with the crumb cake. So just go ahead and open your ink pad and just ink it up. And let me pull this down a little so you can see. So I'm just inking up the stamp right here. Sometimes it does get ink on the plates, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. The chamois is perfect for cleaning this up. So make sure it's nice and inked up. Okay, and I'm just going to close that since I'll be done with crumb cake. And then you just push it down, or make sure your paper's nice and straight, and press. And I like to press, press, press. And the nice thing about this is if you weren't happy with the impression you got, you could ink it up again, or you can just press down again, and it's in the same spot. You don't have to worry about trying to line it up perfectly again. Okay, so there's number 1. Then for the second stamp, which will be this guy, again, get my paper up in the corner, line this guy up exactly where it goes, And now I'm going to do this plate here and pick this guy up. Okay, and this time I'm going to ink this one up in gray granite. So ink this guy up right here, gray granite. Okay, come on. Make sure my paper is up in the corner and press. Okay, so again, it lines up perfectly and lift it up there. So that's the second part. Now for the third guy, I'm actually going to grab this plate and I'm just going to flip it over and set it down back in. And now I can lay my third guy down and pick him up. See, I flipped it over so that I have room to pick him up right here. Now, I'm going to do this one in early espresso. Now, I could grab my ink pad out. That's the same as these. But if you have the Stampin' spots, that's why I hold on to these, keep these with your ink, because they're perfect for inking up on the Stamparatus without getting the ink all over the edges. That's one nice thing for the Stampin' spots. Sometimes you can get the spots in the catalogs. They'll have them. But they come in the paper pumpkin. Each month you get 1 or 2. So they're really nice to have. So that's nice and inked up. And I'm going to flip it over and press. Okay, and there is my cute little bear. Isn't he adorable? Now the nice thing is all of my stamps are in place. So if I needed to do a whole bunch of these, let's say I was making an invitation or something where I needed to make, I don't know, 20 of these, I could just keep feeding in my paper and my stamps are all right in the place they need to be and ready to go. It's great. And as you can see, it's really easy to grab your chamois and clean it off. And this stamp is clean, ready to be put away. I could wipe my mat down if I needed to, wipe this off. I think on this one right here is where I got a little bit of ink on the plate. Again, just wipe it off. I do have a little bit of staining on mine from the Stays On, which I can grab the Stays On cleaner and clean that right off. I just haven't done that at this point. Okay, now I wanted to stamp the sentiments though. So for the first one, for this the longer piece, I'm gonna get it right there in the corner. And this one I'm doing the love you, love you. This is where the Stamparatus really comes in handy when you're trying to stamp words. Love you. And the very much. It's 2 different stamps, so I'm actually going to wait to do the very much till I'm done with the love you so that I can get them a little bit closer together. Okay, so my love you is going to go right here. Love you. Okay, so again, I'm just going to flip it over, pick it up, make sure my paper is nice lined up, and I'm going to do this one in the Balmy Blue. And I picked Balmy Blue just to bring in some of that blue color from the invitation. Okay, so we've got, and I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to get, so I'm just going to give it a little press. Love you. Oh, I didn't do it hard enough. Let me do it one more time. Love you. There we go. Love you. And I want my berry much to line up exactly right next to it. Love you. Very much. Cute, right? I'm actually gonna go with this plate so I don't get the ink that I got all over that. Now the nice thing also is if I wanted to stamp, let's say I had a piece of paper going all the way down and I wanted to keep doing love you, love you, love you, all I would have to do is pop this out, go down one, do the love you again. Down, next one, do the love you again, and they would be lined up perfectly. Okay, so go ahead and press this one down. Let's see if I got it all. Love you. Oh, my B is not all the way done. Looks like I didn't ink it up. And since I just darkened that, Just gonna redo my love you. Okay. Perfect. Love you very much. And then I'm going to just go ahead and flip this guy over so I can do the other piece right here that says, welcome to the world. Isn't that sweet? Welcome to the world. Let me line this up right here. Welcome to the world. That's exactly how I want it. Let me make sure I get it up in the corner. Pick it up. Ink it up. All right, and stamp. That looks good. Welcome to the world. I'm actually gonna make sure I'm gonna ink it up one more time. And make sure my world got pressed down. There we go. Perfect. Welcome to the world. All right, and that's all I need of these. So close this one up and wipe all these down. So get all the ink off there. That one's clean. This one's clean. And again, I just set them right on here. My plates. Clean this one off. That is clean. And set that on. And then this I can just put away up on my shelf out of the way. Okay. And now let's grab my layout again and finish putting this all together. So I've got my love you very much is going right here. Isn't that cute? Love you very much. And my welcome to the world. It's going right there. And my adorable little bear is going right here. And that is my layout. Isn't it cute? I love it. And I love being able to use the invitation as sort of the focal point for creating this. Welcome to the world. Love you very much. So anyway, that is my scrapbook layout. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And you'll remember to use your stamps on your scrapbook layout. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.